Alright, you guys already know the deal. Welcome back. Let's jump right into it. I'll see you guys in there. Alrighty, welcome in, you guys. So, these past 2 weeks, I am down $60. I'm going to show you guys my $37 trade here. This was actually a really good trade. And it's actually going to be this one, the AABB. And before I actually jump into the chart, what I want to do is I want to show you guys what I was actually looking at. And so what I want to do is, let me show you guys from this one. This is AABB, and this was on a Monday. So this is the past couple days, as you guys can see right here, the 18th, 19th, 10, 20, 10, 21, blah, blah, blah. So what I'm looking at is 11-1. So I saw that this was I know that this is a former runner. Okay, see? And on this third green, these 1-2 days, I was like, I think it's still, I know it has some left in the tank. It passed this level right here, but it closed around the same level. And the next morning, it ended up going. So I was like, my thesis is right, but I got psyched out a little bit. Let me show you guys why. So gapped up, morning panic, kind of caught the high morning breakout. You kind of consider that a chase. And I ended up holding through all this consolidation, and I ended up selling right here. And the reason why I sold right here, even though I missed all this, I knew I was going to miss all this. I knew it. I knew this was coming. But I sold off because of this. Let me show you why. And this is going to come into my next trade that I'm going to show you guys. I ended up selling off because this happens. TGGI. Because this happens. Let me show you guys. This happens. This is a 15-minute candle, so each of these candles that you see is 15 minutes. And this happens, and I just did not want to be in there if that happened. So I wanted to take the meat of the move and secure my profits, and I guess you could call it an emotional trade, since I went in there and I took my profits really quick and I didn't actually wait for the move. But I'm not mad about taking profits. You know what I mean? So that's that trade. And then this other trade, TGGI, is another one that I want to show you guys. I ended up losing $34 on this one. Okay? And this one was an interesting one for me, because I was right, just like how I was with the other one. I did not stick to my risk level. Show you guys. Oh, that's much better for you guys. So I didn't stick to my risk level. So this is one day. This is all one day. This is the previous day. So it gapped up, dipped down, and then it bounced. It bounced very nicely. So I guess you could kind of call this an emotional entry. But it ended up holding up here, and my initial risk was 240. And I did not hold until the 240. You can see I ended up selling right here at 245. And the reason for that is because of this. Again, I know with these OTCs, these are very scary to play, and I know this may not seem like a lot, but when you're in it, it definitely is a lot, especially if you're oversized. So I wanted to be safe, and me being safe, I ended up losing a couple bucks, and I ended up missing the actual move. Where'd it go? There we go. I ended up missing the actual move that I was waiting for. So this would have been an all-day holder, and I don't know if I would have had the patience to hold it all day, but I do know that it would have been worth it. This would have been probably like a good 60, 70 bucks. And I was oversized in this position. How? I don't know. Maybe I made a fat finger mistake, but I was a little oversized in this position. And when I saw these dips right here, I saw like I was -40, -50, and with the small account that I'm trading at, I can't be losing that much. So when this happened, I was like, well, if I'm already going to be down negative 40 or negative 50, what if this happens and I'm not able to get filled and I end up getting filled down here? That's going to be like a negative $100, 120, $150, and my account can't afford to lose that much off of a stupid mistake. So I did play it safe, but my mistake was I did not stick to my original risk, which was 240. And if I would have stuck to my original risk of 240, I would have been able to capture the move. So my mistake here was not being conscious when going into this and how much size, and then also not sticking to my risk. If I would have stuck to my risk, as you can see, my play would have been right. Just like with, I actually made this. This is the second one, and then the other one that I want to go over because I didn't stick to my risk. Was CBTC, and this was actually in the beginning of October, but this is a really important one for me to add in here. Reason being is because since I'm trading in this market, I need to gather this data on how the market is, what my what patterns are working, so on and so forth, and these ones that I have here. Sorry, can't fucking multitask. Let me find this real quick. CBTC October 18th. I need October 8th. October 8th CBTC. Unless it was that one. Let me see. Nope, this was a break even one. Let me see. This one, I don't know what the fuck happened. I don't know what happened. This is ugly. I don't know what happened. This is this is what happens when you don't go into a into a trade with a plan. And if I would have, and I would have had risk management, blah blah blah. But let me find this one. It's CBTC. And I don't know why it's not popping up. Maybe it's this one, because this is the only CBTC trades I have. Yep, this one right here. Yep, this is it. Check this out. So, this is embarrassing. So, panic. It ended up holding, and I misread level 2. I thought there was gonna be a big seller, and I thought it was just gonna break off, and it didn't. And I ended up selling out of fear, and I ended up missing the move. So the point that I'm trying to make with these past 3 trades is that one of them I was patient and I held, and I was right, even though I did sell a little early. It still was a really good trade. Planning it, being patient, taking the meat of the move, sticking to my risk, etc. All of it was a great trade. And then these past 2, what I didn't do, I didn't stick to my risk. I wasn't patient, and I ended up selling emotionally. So the reason why I bring that up is because these past 3 trades would have been my biggest trades, and they would have, helped my account. But since I reacted off of emotion, it ended up hurting my account. So with that being said, I want to show you guys what I've learned the past 2 weeks of trading, and one of them is taking starting positions. And the past 3 trades that I showed you guys, those are OTCs. Those were different than NASDAQs, and I can't really, with my account size, I can't really take starting positions in OTCs. It's kind of all or nothing. But if I'm trading NASDAQs, I could take starting positions, which instead of going in like full 20, 25 shares, I could try it out with 5, 10 shares, and then add on as it goes. And the reason why I could do that with NASDAQs, AMEX, and New York Stock Exchange and not OTCs is because it costs to go in and to sell with OTCs, and with these listed stocks it doesn't. So that's what I learned in regards to taking starting positions. I always do this. This happened in my this happened in my other video too. All right. When dealing with OTCs, be aware of how much you're sized in and respect your risk level. So exactly what I was saying, I didn't know that I was oversized into this, and that's the reason why I got scared out of my risk level, because I saw when when it went down to 40, I was already down like 40, $50. And with my account size, I can't really be risking that much. So that's why I put this. And then the third one is reading charts on daily and tracking them. And the reason why I put that is because I've been eyeing this one, INND. And this is what I've learned the past 2 weeks is when you're day trading, it's not only about the daily, but also about the yearly and the monthly, and you can play multi-day breakouts. So this chart that you're seeing, this is 1 day over a span of a year. So every green and red you see is 1 day. So what I was playing, I was eyeing this for a breakout above 25, this level right here, and as you can see, it got stuffed and it ended up coming down. And with AABB, this is actually setting up for a really good one. It spiked up for 3 days. That fourth day, it kind of failed, and it ended red. And then now we had this small consolidation, and now it's slowly grinding up. So now it's on my watch list to break above this 28, 29 level, and then it'll probably catch some resistance up above 35. But I could still play that 28. Where is it? Yep, that 28 to 35 level. So that's that. Next one is trading like a robot. Yes, I realized that in order for me to do this and become successful at it, I need to trade like a robot. And pretty much what that means is I go in with the plan, I go in with the risk, and I go in on an idea on where I would like to take my profit depending on what my plan is, and sticking to that and not letting the midday choppiness, just like this midday choppiness didn't psych me out, but not letting midday choppiness, as in actually let me see, as in the TGGI, stop me out because I didn't respect my risk level, and I traded with the emotions and I didn't trade based off my plan. Yep, you see. So staying through this consolidation, perk, consolidate, perk, and then you guys would think consolidate, perk, but that actually ended up falling off, which was the other F, which is what I showed you guys, which is this candle right. I think it's that candle right there actually. I've been away from the markets for a couple days I was out of town I was actually out of the country for about 4 days, so kind of getting back on my groove here. So this is what I'm talking about. So how it consolidated perk, and then it ends up just dropping off. And it ends up holding, so this might be on my radar depending on how well it holds. But anyways, you guys, that's pretty much my trading recap for the past 2 days. Let me see if I can go back to my face. Oh, I got y'all. Yep, yes sir. Well, bam. Oh, okay, so I need to talk to you guys like this. So that's my trading recap, you guys. Trying to get back into the groove of things since I was out of town. So I didn't really trade. I only traded that one time last week, which was my $34 loss, I believe it was. And then that's it. So coming into next week, I need to be prepared. I really need to be conscious into what I'm looking at and be patient, stick to my plan, stick to my risk more importantly, and then also be aware of how much I'm sizing in. So thank you guys for watching. Like and subscribe. That's all I gotta say. Thank you guys.